हाय एवरीवन, दिस इज वत्सल रावल एंड मेरी चैनल की एक बहुत ही शानदार वीडियो में आपका फिर से स्वागत है। अगर आप इस चैनल पे नए हैं तो इस चैनल को जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब करें। So this video is the continuation of our previous video when we compared education systems between USA, Canada and Korea. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं। So, Mohammed, why don't you explain us like how is scholarship given to students and how much scholarship is given and what is the stipend that is given to students?
Okay, so in case of PhD students, it's really cool here in Canada. Like almost in, I guess in almost every case, you get like a minimum amount of scholarship, which is around 18,000 Canadian dollars to 20,000 Canadian dollars per year. So this is like apart from your fee or any other thing. So this is you're gonna get in any case if you are a PhD student and you are working under a supervisor, right? So what happens is that usually they give you like around 40,000 and then you have to pay fees on your own, or sometimes your department takes care of it. So that doesn't matter to you. So once you sign a contract with your professor, then you are gonna get that minimum amount anyway per year. And what happens is that usually here the PhD is for 4 or 5 years, even if you have done your master's. So usually like this is a trend that initial contract is for 3 years, but every professor, they know, so they extend it to the last years, and in the last years you have to pay like lesser fee as compared to the initial year, so you can kind of get adjusted for that. And there is another way to get funding as well. What happens is that there are some external fundings available, especially at McGill as well, like Tomlinson Scholarship, and there are some from Quebec government, some from federal government. So those scholarships are there. So what happens is that you apply for them. Your professor usually encourages you to apply for that. But what happens is that you don't get the double stipend. You are still getting that minimum amount. So this is how like PhD students get funded here.
Right. And what is like, what would you say, what is the fees that you are paying as of now? Even though you are getting scholarship or stipend, you have to pay fees back to your university, right? How much is the fee per year, if you have to say?
Okay, so it's around 18 to 19,000, which includes your health insurance as well. So around 19,000 per year is the amount.
It's the amount of fees, and I think in comparison with that, you get the same amount of funding. So probably you will. So basically, you are paying your stipend to your fees, and you are not earning anything out of it.
No, like my total then stipends become 36 to 37,000. So I pay my fees out, and then the rest of it is for me, right?
Okay.
So and the TA-ships, they are like on top of that. So if I do TA-ship, I do a greater job, so that's like adding up in my stipend. It depends on your professor. Like he can all deduct some amount, but usually they don't do it. They understand that like we are students, so we need some extra amount. So yeah.
Right. So I think it is the same thing in United States as well. They make around I think $25,000 a year, and probably they have to pay some fees out of it. And apart from that, they also have like TA-ships, which is like on the top of it, which is I think the kind of full-time job, right? And they get paid very well at that point as well.
Yeah. So the great thing about Canada is like you don't have to do TA-ships like a mandatory thing. So even without that or without any odd jobs, I guess a PhD student can easily survive. So that's a cool thing to have. Yeah.
Wow, that's very good. I think I completed my master's and I paid a lot of fees. So after that, what are the immigration policies in Canada for, like, let's say you come as a bachelor student versus you come as a master student or versus you come as a PhD student, right? What is the benefit of your education, or is there any benefit at all, right?
Yeah. So what happens is that yes, there is benefit for your education, because that there is a point scoring system when you apply for your immigration. So there are particular points for degrees that were done even within Canada, or if you have some PhD, then yes, that would give you an advantage. But the most important thing then, I guess, is that you should have some job experience as well, like at least minimum of 2 years to 3 years. If it's a job experience within Canada, then it will earn you more points. Otherwise, even if you have like job experience from US or from Korea or Pakistan, you can still apply. So that's like combination of that, and then your spouse also you can earn more points regarding that. And most importantly, they focus on your language skills. Like if you know French, for example, then you can earn more points. And for English as well, you need to get a high IELTS score. Like I guess it's 7.5 in each minimum. So like these are some requirements. And yeah, you can also like after completing your PhD or even master's degree or any degree that you have done within Canada, you get a work permit here. So you can like work for 1 year, and then your requirement will be complete for the 1 year work experience, and you can apply for your immigration process straight away. So I guess Canada at this moment is the most welcoming country you would find to welcome every kind of, I guess, immigrant, and especially if you are educated and especially you have college or university degrees, then yeah, you get the advantage of it.
Yeah, I think that's true actually. So I think Canada is the best country
Yeah.
based upon the stability that you want to experience, right?
Yeah, even during your education time, like you don't have to worry much about your visa process. It's completely online. So even if you have to renew any of your visa or document, you just apply online. You don't have to like go to embassies. So it's really like streamlined, I would say.
It's student friendly country, I would say. Taha, what would you say your favorite thing about your university? Right, and like cultural wise or Asian organization like India Pakistan is like closely related to their habits and eating habits or their speaking languages and all. So is there any fun thing like going on or any clubs in your university?
Yeah, McGill is like because of the Montreal, it has a French culture, so it's really different from other cities of North America, I would say, because it's culturally quite diverse, especially within Canada. Like if you go to other places, then you don't see that cultural diversity, I would say, in a single city. So it's very culturally rich. I was in KAIST, I think. Their Pakistani community was really strong. I was the president of Pakistani community as well for 1 year, and we had our Indian friends around. So that was also a great experience. But here, I feel like in McGill, their aim is to like groom you. So groom you to become a McGill's product. So they really care about that, especially during this pandemic time.
I think the only thing that I love about like countries like this is like we are more closer in these countries than we are back in our country. Right?
Yeah, sure.
And I don't know what's the reason, or like people start respecting the culture that they have, and people start respecting the closeness of their own family and kind of people.
Yeah, being like president for Pakistani community in KAIST, I learned this thing that because of the language, as you said, the culture, and I think the people are really close. People who I met at KAIST, they are still my friends. So it's a long life friendship. So I would say that whenever you meet an Indian, it's no different at all. So it's the same to me.
We never feel, and I think we feel more close, like believe me, and I think that's the reality of it, right? It's just like once you come out of your comfort zone and when you find your own people here, it's a separate kind of satisfaction. Yeah, I think that's everything, Taha, from my side, and I think I would really like to thank for your time. And if like we need you in future for any other questions related to Canada and any other immigration related help, then I would like to invite you again on our channel, and I would post your LinkedIn profile in the comment so that people who has any other questions, like because you are a great person, and I would really recommend them to reach out to you in case of any other help they need.
No, thanks a lot, and I would love to help people and love to chat with you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care and bye-bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You got me like crazy, but you calling.